Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Happy Monday. And it is time for Amy's Inspiration Station. I'm so excited for you guys to be here today. And I see that we have Jelly behind the badge today. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, Wendy, you are in the middle of a cruise ship. Wendy, I need to know, are you crafting and what did you bring with you on your cruise ship? All right. I would love to know that, Wendy. And I see we have Nancy and Shiomara is here. Oh my gosh, and Betsy from Illinois. How are you doing? Betsy, what is my weather going to be? I need to know. Is it hot where you are? Is it going to be hot over there? And oh my gosh, Nancy, I see that. How is San Francisco that warm? That's crazy. All right, and Tracy is here. Hello, Tracy. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys are here today. And Sue is here. Gosh, Sue, so much rain. Your garden must be going crazy. I know mine is right now. And Carrie is here. Hello. And Diana. And it's, oh no, Diana from Western Minnesota. It's it's raining. No more rain. We are done with rain. And Florina is here. Hello. Hi, everybody. So today is, I thought today would be a good idea to talk about like graduation cards or celebration cards, because I know June is kind of like that month of a lot of things that are happening and a lot of milestones. And I wanted to kind of focus on graduation cards. So that's what I wanted to do. And so I would love to know, do you have a piece of advice for a graduate? So maybe you have graduated from school, or you have somebody who is in this process, or maybe you're in school and hoping to graduate at some point in time. And I would love to know, do you have a piece of advice? If you could go back, or you have that young person that you mentor, let me know what's the piece of advice that you would give to a graduate. And I see we have Helena is here. And oh my gosh, you need rain. Tracy, we will be sending it down to you. Trust me. And Donna is here. Let's see. And we have, that Jelly is behind the badge. I'm so excited. And Betsy's let me know that cool windy storms are on the way. Thank you, Betsy. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. And Diana. Well, we've got a lot. And you've been in the 90s in Minnesota. Oh my gosh. That is nuts. Well, I decided, because graduation cards are sometimes like, you want them to be a little like less, you want them to be kind of fun because they're typically for young people. And you want them to be a little personal as well. And so when I do graduation cards, I really like to make sure that they're in like the school colors. And so I'm going to show you a couple ways to get them so that way they're personalized for who you give it to. So that's, oh, good, Carrie. Carrie, this is great. I'd love to know, like, is there an Altenew set that you're kind of like, this is the set I go to for, for graduation cards. So this is great. All right. And if you do share this live while we're live, you'll be entered to win a gift card to Altenew. And I have to tell you, the set that I'm using today, I don't know how I pick it, but you guys are so welcome. And I got to go double check, but I think it's 50% off. So go get it. All right. This is it. And we are using the This Is Your Day stamp set. Oh, Sue, thank you so much for sharing this to the Facebook group. And you too can be like Sue and be entered to win a gift card. All right. I'm going to go ahead down to my desk. And the other part of this, besides looking at graduation cards and kind of personalizing them, is also, really thinking about, what can you do? So I'm actually looking at like layering dies. And that's the other thing too, because sometimes I feel like I get dies upon dies upon dies, and I love them, but I don't know how to necessarily like make them all match. And that's what we're going to do today too. All right, Flourishing Garden. Oh, that's nice. Happy. Okay, thank you, Carrie. And Happy Teach says, hi, friends. How are you doing? And Nancy, absolutely. Marva deserves a graduation card. Absolutely, Marva does. From second level obedience school. Yes, I would say so. All right. Yes, and it is. This is your day. So go grab this, right? Because I got to say, I don't know. I don't know when this is going to be on sale again, but this is such a cool set. It's a really graphic, like neat set. And this is 2022. So this is a good one. I know I've used it before, but I do really, really like it. And when I used this before, what I did is I made like an inspirational wall hanging with this, which is neat. But I think this is going to be cool as well. All right. And Sue, oh my gosh, Sue. Yes, don't look, Sue. This is coming up later. So we'll see. Sue, this stencil while I have it here, let me grab the packaging. Oh my gosh, I literally just had it too. Just like I was grabbing everything and putting it on my desk, and it's literally next to me. This is called the Sketched Lines Stencil. This one's cool. I used it yesterday. I used it the last live that I did, but I used it to make it look like wood on a piece of brown paper. But this time I am actually going to use the stencil. But I just really like the graphic nature of this, and the fact that you can turn it like either way, I think is cool. You can even do it on a diagonal. Like you can do a lot of cool things with this that I thought that was neat. Okay, so this one's good. All right, so that's my second card. So I'm going to push this over to the side. I'm going to focus on my first card first. So these are the 3 products. And I'm going to get these up there so Angelica can know what the heck I'm doing. Hello, my dear friend. I hope you are doing well, Angelica. I want to know, have you been crafting? Anything coming out? Like what have you been up to? Fun stuff. All right, so I have a couple of things. So like I said, this is your day stamp set. And then I also have this mid-century frame die, which is so cool. And like I said, I want to layer these dies. And so the things that I'm going to be layering are between the stencil, this kind of shape die that's going to give our sentiment some weight to it. And this is going to give us that color in the background. And then this is really going to be the poof, the oomph on that one too. All right. Hi, Christine. And I would love to know, do you have we're talking graduation cards. So do you have like a piece of advice for a graduate? And for those of you who don't know, I teach high school. So I have a lot of graduates, and they've been coming to my, my room this past couple of weeks, I should say, kind of, a little bit scared and a little bit nervous, but so excited and just, really looking forward to like their next chapter and their next phase of life. And I try to give them some advice, but I'd love to know what advice would you give them? Or if you have a young person, or for anybody in your life, do you have like some advice for them? And then the other thing, so I'm asking for advice. The other thing I would love to know in the comments is what were your school colors? So I'm kind of going with like gold and navy, but I am okay if it's like going to be, if you want me to like do the school colors of your school colors, or somebody that that's graduating their school colors, I'm happy to like shift and change. So let me know. All right, so I'm going to put this in. Now I'm going to be cutting this out. So I'm going to start, and I looked at these and I love all of them. And there's some cute little sub-sentiments here with the This Is Your Day stamp and die set. But I'm going to go with this You Can Do It. It's kind of neat. And I love how bold and graphic it is. And it looks like it's kind of coming off the page. And I was going to go with This Is Your Day because I thought that would be cool too. But it's so neat. So like, there's these little sub sentiments. So like, to be proud, congratulations, everything will be okay. Like there's some other things in here too. But I thought this set would be nice for a graduate. Green and white. Ah, Carrie. Okay. Red and white, maroon and silver. Oh, April, I was thinking about that one. And orange and black. Diana. And green and gold. Okay. These are good ones. Oh, that's a great one, Christine. You always tell them to never stop learning and to always ask questions. I agree with that one. All right. And Christine, thank you for sharing this. But oh, that's a great one. And go for it, right? Go for it. Yeah, and go live. I agree, Tracy. I had a student come up to me today. She's like, I don't think I'm going to go to college. I want to go do art. And I said, you go do art, girl, right? You go do art. You were the Raiders and you were black and red. Oh, okay. All right. We were red and blue. We were red and blue. But I went with golden because I love this combination. So I'm going with this. Not that it's the school that I went to or anything. Maroon and ivory, then blue and silver. Oh, that's a good one, Diana. Don't do anything that your mom would be proud that you did. Like, all right. So I'm going to grab this guy out. All right. So this is a layering stamp set. And it is a little tricky to put together. And if you're like stuck or it doesn't quite go, I have a couple of tricks to like make sure that it can work. But I always, when things are a little tricky or, I have to refresh, what the heck I did at some point in time, I always make sure to check out the layering guide. So we're going to hit this You Can Do It. And it comes, so this is really 4 colors. So we have that nice dark black. And then you have this blue, this green, and this yellow. And so I think I'm going to use the crimson because I think these will look kind of cool together. So, oh, Erica, thank you so much for sharing this. And if you share this live, while we're live, you'll be entered to win an Altenew gift card. And we are talking about graduation. So do you have a piece of advice? Like, what would you tell a graduate if you have somebody who's graduating, or maybe you don't, but you're like, hey, you know what, if I did, this is what I would say. Let me know, because I'm always looking for something like inspiring. Sometimes I feel like I signed the same thing in their yearbook and I'm like, I got to come up with something new. We give an award, and so I went and bought some books, which was nice to do. So, and thank you guys again. And we have Angelica is behind the badge today from Altenew, putting in all of our crafty goodness. And we're starting off with the This Is Your Day stamp set, which you guys are so welcome. And I don't do this. This was like, I planned this out a little bit ago, but you guys, this is 50% off today. So you can get this really cool set, and it is so neat to use, and it is 50% off today. So head on over. All right. And if you want me to, or you want to check out, I would love to know what your high school colors were, or your college colors were. Joyce, you just got a pretty Altenew box. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I hope this inspires you. We're doing graduation cards, or it could even be just, excitement, or, this is such a nice little set for, just like a friend card you can send to anybody that's feeling down. But I like this sentiment, these sentiments for kids who are graduating and kind of moving off or doing that like next step within their life. So I love that. I know, Sue, you're so welcome. And April, thank you so much for sharing this. Oh, and Deb, I'm so glad you are joining from the Pacific Northwest. And we are talking graduation cards. It is graduation season. And I know a lot of the colleges around me, oh my gosh, so many commencement addresses. It's always fun. I actually like to go back, and they'll post them up on, on videos, and you can see what the commencement address is. But I love that. Oh, and Cheryl from Seattle. Oh, and blue and gold for college. Yes, Nancy, that's actually what I'm thinking. I know I went like yellow, but I was kind of doing that. And red and black. Oh, Deb, someone else was red and black up there too. All right. And I'd love to know your mascot. Some mascots are kind of funky. All right. We have a school near us. That's the Rockets. That's kind of what I'm modeling mine after. Oh, and T. Edwards from the Caribbean. Hello. I hope you are doing well. Oh, and thank you so much for sharing this, Jennifer. And if you too can be like Jennifer and be entered to win an Altenew gift card, just let us know that you shared this live. And we got a gift card. And honestly, it would almost be the cost of this set, because this is on sale for 50% off today. And this is the This Is Your Day stamp and die set, which is a nice, I like these typography sets. They're kind of neat. There's a couple of them, and I love them all when they come out. And I get excited because it's just something a little bit different, Eagle, Flora. Oh, black and gold for Tiger Pride. And Florna, Saints, you had a pirate. Hi, Wendy. We're talking high school graduation. We'd love to know, did you have, for your high school, what were your school colors? Did you have a, and what was your mascot, and all kinds of stuff? All right, I'm going to give you guys my first little tip here. So you can see that I stamped this 4 times because I want to get a super duper saturated black, and I'm getting a couple of spots. And so what you can do, obviously I need to clean and probably condition my stamp. As you can see, I'm just kind of cleaning this up right now. And this is where the fabulous Altenew stamp cleaner comes in. And I'm just going to clean this up. But you can take a marker, an alcohol marker, and you can actually go over these. And you can even take a water-based marker. I like to use the alcohol marker because it's a little bit darker, and go writing over that. Oh, thank you so much for sharing this, Roberta and Joanne and a cougar. College was a Longhorn, April. Woo-hoo. All right, orange, blue, and white. Ooh, I should have done that one. That would have been nice, Joyce. Oh, these are so much fun. I love seeing your guys' high school mascots. This is great. All right, and we are talking graduation. So if you have a piece of advice that you give to, a graduate or somebody who's kind of making that life change, then let me know. I would love to know because I'm always looking for other things to write in their yearbooks. So that actually helps me out a lot. All right, Oski the bear for Cal. Yes, was the end. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of changes around us as well. Oh my gosh, Deb, right? The stamp cleaner is the best. All right. So you can see that I have some spots. So I can actually just grab a marker, which I don't have on me, right around me. So yes, I do. Yes, I do. What am I talking about? Yes, I do. I think I do. I have something close. I got something close-ish. So I'm going to use that. Oh, no. No, Tracy, that can't be. You are missing obsidian and permanent black? No, say it ain't so. All right, I'm just grabbing a dual tip marker. Now, this is only because this is right next to me. And I'm just going to color these in because this is relatively darkish. But you can get a nice little thing. And I do this when I have like little spots that come in and I just want to get that little bit of an edge. And this is just the dual tip markers. So I'm just kind of cleaning these little pieces up. That's all. And okay. Again, I just go in with a marker and I would do the same with all the other ones. New Mexico. Oh, wow, Roberta. I know. And thank you so much. And we are talking graduation cards, like cards for those like milestones. And I love this set. This is your day set. It's really, really nice. So I'm starting with this. You can do it. And I'm also talking about layering dies. And so how do you do that in a way that it doesn't look messy and kind of like overbuilt? That's the other thing too. All right, so let's do some navy. Let me grab my next set. So this is a little tricky with this one because you kind of have to look where these pieces are and then look where it lines up. So I'm going to grab this first part. And this is where the stamp wheel is amazing because it comes in and you're able to kind of, finagle things around. And this one, you really have to look up and over it and really try to get it in there. And what I like about doing the black first is like, because this black is so black, if I go over a little bit, it will be fine. And I'll just use like my marker to get those little edges in. Okay, and I'm just looking through this to make sure that all that black is kind of like where I think it should be. I'm just going to scooch this over. Okay, I know you're all holding your breath. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. All right. I always get it like out of place and then in place, and then I get it out of place because I'm trying to get it perfect. And then I have to say, you know what? Sometimes you just got to go. You got to go with it. Oh, thank you so much, Melanie. Hi, CC Thing from South Carolina. Black and gold. Oh, you had to look it up, Joyce. Oh, I like that. Advice to grad, pursue your dreams, even if the prospect of it seems scary. I like that. I was talking about somebody today, a student who wanted to be an artist. And I asked them, so, where are you going to college? And they said, I'm not really sure with it. And I said, you want to do art, just go do art, right? And I think that sometimes is the best. And I said, you might have to get a job, but never stop pursuing that passion, right? If you really feel that that's the thing you want to do, just keep doing it. Eventually, I think I saw an interview with Steve Martin, and he had said, become so good that nobody can ignore you. And that's kind of the thought of it, right? Just go and pursue that passion and just keep doing it. It doesn't have to be your job. It can just be the thing, You is the badge day. Yes, Angelica is in there. Yes. Black and gold. Ooh, Cece. Those are nice. All right. So I'm going to put these in. And sometimes I'm a little off, but see, now I can use my stamp wheel and it's going to come in. And I like this because it kind of builds up that color. And I'm a little splotchy, so I feel like if this is still splotchy, I'm going to use my stamp conditioning eraser, but I think I can get this in. And this is a nice navy. And like I said, I'm going with navy and yellow because I thought those would be cool. And I'm going to do red or I'm going to do a gray. I haven't decided yet. But that's why I'm getting all of your high school colors, all the. Yes, absolutely. Right, Christine? just keep pursuing it. Keep doing those things. I think that's important. And I think that's important for people to know, like for the kids who are graduating now to know. It's like you can still do all that stuff. All right, that's looking pretty good. Now remember that this is, because these are fresh dye inks, they're going to kind of smooth out. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to use my stamp conditioning eraser, and I just want to get these nice and smooth. And these little guys, oh my gosh, they really help. These stamp conditioning erasers, so fabulous. And I still have like my original ones. These are the old ones. These are great. All right, Miss Tamp. Oh, I like that. Learn something new as often as you can. These are great. So thank you guys for sharing this advice, these life pieces of advice. And I'd love to know, do you have a graduate? Is somebody in your life graduating? And are you making cards for them? And what are you giving them as a gift? Because I keep giving pen sets, and I think that might be kind of boring, especially because no one really writes anything anymore. All right, so that, because I use that conditioning eraser, this is going on a lot smoother, I can tell. Oh my gosh, that was so great. Thank you so much, Angelica. Oh, Cece, we are talking about graduation, kind of like those life milestones, and what kind of advice you would give to somebody who is in that stage of their life. I was looking for my stamp cleaner. Oh my gosh, Diana, you have no idea. They're so good. I mean, even as an eraser, it's good, but as a stamp eraser, it's so good. All right. Oh, wow. Graduated from law school, Joyce. It's always good when you know a lawyer, right? And yes, and if you share this live while we're live, we have a gift card. I just saw the Amazon gift card come up, but you can also give them a gift card to Altenew. So share this live. Let us know where you shared it to, and you'll be in the running for that. And yeah, I agree, Susan, right? Like something that they can get for like themselves or their dorm or something that they need. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Oh, you did. All right. Happy Teach. Happy Teach. Let me know which like sentiment like was the thing that you wanted. Like you're like, oh, I think I love that. That's the one I want to do. All right. So I am, again, this one's tricky because you have to keep kind of lining these up. I do take my time with this set. This is not a set that I kind of race with. This is a nice one that if you want to do like a bunch of these in different colors and then cut them out later, it is actually great to do because once you have it lined up and it's lined up, just keep stamping it. Just go boom, 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 and just do all colors, whatever you want to. And you saw all those different colors of high schools and colleges that were going by. And a lot of them repeat, but not all of them. And so it's just nice to, have some of these on hand, I think, sometimes too. All right, I think that's good. Okay, sorry, guys. I got really quiet because I'm trying to put it in. I think that's okay. All right, again, perfection. I'm going to move it right along. And again, if you buy this set and you're like, oh my gosh, Amy made it look so easy. It's a little bit of practice, but if you get stuck and you're just like, oh, I didn't make it, just use a little marker and you can do that. Oh, you're the aunt that spoils. I love it. Yes, Pauline. Oh my gosh, Pauline, that's exciting. 2 degrees from UW. Yes, UW. What? That's crazy. UW is purple and gray, right? Purple and silver. Oh, yeah. And that's a great idea. Thank you, Angelica. File organizers and planners. So good. And, oh, that's so nice, Cece, for your grandson. No graduate, but retirement. Roberta, same things. We're done there. And, oh, that's so nice. Bonus son and bonus nephew, Carrie. Oh, my gosh. Who's going to keep mine? And they're going to med school. Oh, my gosh. Hi, Susan. I'm so glad that you're here. I hope that you're enjoying our chat. We are talking today about graduation, and I'm using the This Is Your Day stamp and die set. And there's actually, if you really like this type of a set, there's a bunch of typography sets. Angelica, I don't know if there's like a typography. If you search up typography, I've never tried it, if it comes up with like all the different ones. but there's quite a few and they're so neat. I know I talked to Jen Raza about it because she and I both love like this type of font and this type of a thing. So I'm curious what if that is there. All right, I'm gonna do this one in yellow. And this will really start to brighten this up. I think it's going to look pretty cool. And again, if you're off by a little bit, then just use a little marker and you can get that line perfect. And I feel like I might be off on that one. Oh, that's a nice one. And oh, wow, she got her RN degree. Woohoo, go for that. Oh, yeah, you can do it, right? Oh, hi, Andrea. Hi, Andrea. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, my gosh. All right. Andrea, I do like the you can do it, right? Because doesn't that feel like it could be for a bunch of different things? Like it could be like, hey, you can do it. Go out there and like do something amazing with your life. Or it could be like, hey, you can do it. Like, I know this is a tough time, but you can do it if you want. So I feel like both of those things. All right. I think I need some help, guys, because I'm a little torn. I feel like, can you guys tell me, do you think I should go with my third color? These are my three choices. I'm going to bring them in. So we got the green. I could do like a nice bright green. I think I might want to do the nice bright green. I got like a limestone that's a very light gray. This might be too light. I might have to go to the next color. And then I have grapevine, which is like a maroon. So let me know which one you guys think should be my third color. I got to tell you, I think I'm feeling the let us celebrate. So I may overrule you, but I want to know what you think. Should I go like Kelly green, gray, or maroon / crimson? Yeah, right. I love this. Oh, I'm so excited to see what you are going to make, Andrea. I think I'm so excited. And we also have our fan group for if you're new with us. We have a fan group. Angelica put that link in before, and it's such a nice, happy place. And you can see all kinds of things that people put in there. So if you are on Facebook, it's a nice place to be. Nice little corner where everybody is very supportive of each other. Sure what this product is. Not familiar with the circle thing I'm seeing. So this right here is my light. So don't worry about that. This here is the stamp wheel, which is super fabulous. And then this is the platform, so I can actually use it on a whole bunch of things. And what's nice about something like this, especially when you have a sentiment like this, I can keep it on the wheel and just move my wheel over. So if I'm doing like a whole bunch of stamping and I'm, want to do like multiples of things, it's really easy to do it with something like this. And there's a bigger one now, which I don't have, but is on my wish list. So that's going to be my little treat to myself when I have a little bit of extra coin. All right. So this again, if you're not quite lined up, we can always use a little bit of a marker as a cheater, but we're going to do it. All right. So we got maroon, and I got maroon. Okay. Limes, I think so, right? All right, we got a couple. Oh, we're getting a lot of grapevines. I kind of want to see what it looks like with the grapevine too. I might do that, but I kind of think the Kelly green would be pretty. All right, I got a lot of grapevine, so I'm going to go grapevine because you guys won. Grapevines win, I think. And I agree. I think the limestone would be too light, but I thought that might be kind of cool. All right, I do think the Kelly green would be good, but I'm going to go grapevine. So again, if you're new to Altenew, pick up these. They're not that much, and these are the stamp conditioning erasers. And I was having a little trouble with my first go because, I don't know, whatever, needed to condition my stamps. But when you use these, it's very quick, and they just take ink so well right away. All right. Now, I know I'm taking a long time with this, and that's because this is, to me anyway, the type of stamp set where I want to make sure things are lined up, etc. And I'm going to take my time, but I'll show you the rest of the card we're going to put together really, really quickly. All right. And you use a Misty. Yeah, Susan, I did too. And what kept happening with mine is my hinges broke twice. And that's because, I don't know, I have like a heavy hand. I don't know. I'm just like a strong Superman person. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I tend to push down a little bit too hard. And with this, I like it because I can, and I can use both sides. So I like that as well, because I can stamp with this or I can stamp with that. So I can do kind of both. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. All right, that grapevine is pretty neat. I do like the Kelly green, and I think the Kelly green would give it a nice bright thing, but I think this is kind of neat too. All right. I want to say, I know some of you had maybe some navy and some yellow and some maroon or crimson in there for your colleges. Does this look like anybody's school? I'd love to know that. All right. Does this look like anybody's school? That is cool, huh? That's neat. All right. So I'm going to show this to you guys in just a second. Let me grab this off. And the other thing you should pick up, grab that stamp cleaner. All right. So I am talking graduation cards today. And one thing I like to do to personalize those cards is to stamp in the colors that the person is the school the person is graduating from. And I think that that just adds it like a little bit of a nice touch. And this is your day stamp set. And I'm going to cut this little guy out. Oh, he's so cute. And let me just grab this. And it also comes with a die with all of these great sentiments that you can do. Let's see. This is your day. It's got to be this one. I love the happiness. I'll show you guys the happiness too. It's really cool. Look at how that goes because it looks like it's a wave. There's like three, and it's a wave. It's so cool. Burgundy and white. Hello, Tabitha from the Caribbean. And Susan, new to Altenew. Oh, we're so glad you're here. So glad you are here. And if you share this live while we're live, you'll be entered to win a gift card. And you guys are in luck. And again, I don't do this stuff on purpose. It's literally just, because it happened, is this stamp set is 50% off today. So if you would like to pick up this stamp and die set, you can get it for 50% off. Again, don't do it on purpose, but I don't know. Just kind of happens that way. And I have to say, I love all of the pieces of advice you guys are giving. It's very, very great. Because like I said, I have a lot of graduates or high school students, and they are coming in droves. Because this is their last week. So they're all freaking out, which is good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. And I'm actually going to cut out a couple of these. And so I'm just going to run these through. So now the next thing is like, okay, now we have this. What the heck do we do with this? And so what I like to do when the sentiment is really like the star of the show, and it's not, a flower or anything like that, but it's really the sentiment that is the star of the show. I'd like to use stencils and then other die cuts. And I use those in a way that really helps to pop up that sentiment, which I think is kind of neat. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to use my die cutting machine a little bit over here. So I'm going to do this 2 more times if I can fit it on here. And that way I'll get a little bit of pop. And then I'm going to show you one die that I absolutely love. All right. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's great. And that crafty challenge, Angelica, that's on Tuesdays. There's one that Jen is doing on Tuesday. And then we have a bunch in the fan group, don't we? Because we have the monthly challenge. Then there is also the inspiration challenge. That's another one. That one is fun. And tons of inspiration and videos. We're live twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays. So always make sure you subscribe to the newsletter because that really helps a lot. All right. So I'm going to add to this. Get that out. One of my favorite little dies, which is the mid-century die. And I keep pulling this out, but I haven't used it in a while. And then I was grabbing this, and I'm not going to use it today, but I forgot I had this. And Angelica, I'm sorry, I didn't check and see, but it's really similar to this Magic Burst hot foil plate. I'm not using this. I just was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, which also would be cool in this case, but I'm not using this today. But I know, only one die. Sue, what can I say? This is like I will never, ever let this one go. This one you have to pry away from me because this one will always stay with me. And my favorite thing to do is to cut it out of gold cardstock. It's like my favorite thing is to cut it out of gold cardstock. So this is going with that yellow kind of gold piece, and then we're going to use some other colors with it. Now I already have this like over on the side, so I'm going to back it just to give it a little depth. But I love this because I'll show you guys when it comes out of this. Oh my gosh, it's to die for. And I know you guys probably have it, but it's so great. Oh, check. I love that, Diana. Check the air in the tires, oil, make sure you have a full tank of gas. Oh my gosh, so funny. Jen's Tuesday. I know, I keep missing it. I don't know why. You've been doing Jen's Tuesday challenge, having so much fun. She is so creative. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. She's so creative. Is the magnolia flower? Yeah, Sue. Sue, come on, new favorite. You know you love it, right? Look at this sucker. First off, you get a gold circle. Come on, man. But then you get this guy, and look how nice this pops out. And this, by the way, is the gold card, is our gold cardstock, our brush gold cardstock. This comes in, there's 4 colors of our brush metallic cardstock. And any single time it comes on sale, I might stock up on this one. I might have a lot to last me for a little while, but so neat. And I love like how this reminds me of like my grandparents' kitchen. You remember the kitchen clocks? Remember the gold burst kitchen clock? I have been searching for one that actually works. I don't know why, but I just I don't know. I feel like I need it. It just is so nostalgic. But that's what this reminds me of, is like that gold circle kitchen clock that everybody had in their kitchen. You know what I'm talking about? All right, you are stuck. Why are you stuck? Don't be stuck. Oh, so cute. All right, I'm going to turn this around so you can see. This piece does not want to let go. But how pretty is that? So you can start to see how that's such a neat layer under then. Oh, that's so exciting, Andrea. Acute triangles. Oh my gosh, right? I had one. I love them too. All right, I'm going to show this to you on white. Like, it's just so beautiful and thin and delicate. And even when you do it on black, like, come on, right? So gorgeous. All right, so let's start to put this together, and then I think I have time. I may have time for a second card, guys, which is not always something I'm able to do. Wood, golden wood, right? Yeah, I know. All right. Okay. Okay, so here's my card base. And I just got to pop out these other little guys. Looking for my Altenew tweezers. Here they are. And popping these little critters out. And I love that I have this little circle that I can use if I want to back it. But I don't think I want to today. All right. So now if I just put these on top of each other, it's kind of boring. So we need a little bit of color back there. And, you know, when you're thinking about anything in terms on a card, there's a color story. There's a story that you're trying to do. So we kind of have this piece with our little sentiment. And then this gold is really going to start to kind of put that out together, right? So I like to pair this with actually a very like graphic stencil. It's kind of like one of my favorite things to do with this. I'm just kind of mushing it around. So it got a little bent as I was popping it out. And I'm going to use the Warp Speed stencil. And this is an oldie but a goodie. This is another one that I will always have. So it's really great. Right? Right, Roberta? And I love it when you get like twofers of things where you get this. Like, this is cool on its own. Like, even this looks cool. Like, look at that. Like, that's neat. Right? Like, that's cool. In fact, I might actually use this and not even that part. But that's neat because you have this piece. And you can even stencil on this. You could do something on there to make it, or even run that through an embossing folder just to give it a little texture. That would be cool. All right, so this is the Warp Speed stencil. And I kind of like this because this is really nice and graphic. And I try to make graphic cards too when especially when I'm making a bunch, because then, you know, you don't have to worry about, everybody's okay with graphic cards, you know. It doesn't feel like you have to do one or the other. All right, so for this, I kind of want to get it to where it's going to fade out in the background. I don't want it to be super duper bright. And, but I want it to be a little bit bolder in the middle where all my stuff is going to be. Okay. All right. How long are we live? We are live for approximately an hour. And hello from Mississippi. I didn't see who that was. Hello, B&D Crafts More. We are live for an hour. We go on at 3:30 Eastern time on Mondays and Thursdays. And it's approximately an hour. Although Angelica will tell you, sometimes I might go over, and you guys would be okay if we were here for another hour, right? No problem. Continue to be live and to craft somewhere. And Susan, you always can, the replays are always on our YouTube channel. And so you can check those out, and you can even look up past episodes because we have a lot of amazing inspiration there. So feel free to grab those. All right. So what I'm going to do is let's get some stenciling out. Now, because I didn't use it before, I'm actually going to start with this green because I think that green would be a nice connection with this. So I'm just going to grab a little mini blending tool, and I'm going to use this Let Us Celebrate, which is nice and bright. And if you feel like it's a little too bright, you can always knock that color off just by stenciling it out. So I'm just going to put that here, and then I'm just going to start to work this out. I don't always put in a fourth color, but this one I feel like that green is a nice neutral. So I'm going to start to work this out. Now, like I said, I wanted it to be very bold where I'm going to have most of my stuff, and then I want it to fade out. And so I'm really putting this on with a very, very heavy hand. I'm going flat down, and then I'm just brushing all of this color out. And I'm using all of this color that's on here. I'm not going to waste all of this stuff. So I'm just going to continue to brush that out. And notice that I keep starting in the middle, and I'm just keep brushing further. And that's going to give me that look where it's nice and bright and dark, and then it starts to fade out naturally as I go through. And notice I'm using that stamp wheel mat, and so everything is nice and like staying in one place. I have nothing shifting. I'm not having to use any tape, so I can go as far as I want to. And I'm just going to keep rolling this ink out. Now, what's a cool thing with the Starburst, with the Warp Speed stencil, and I'm going to show you this, I'm going to rotate this. And when I rotate it, I can get a different color, and I can kind of move it in. Now, I could also do this in different colors, like different quadrants if I wanted to. But I'm just going to push all this color out. All right, I think I got enough on there. So now I'm just going to use what the heck I have left and just start rolling it out. So I'm not even going to pick up any more. I'm just using my brush and just pushing the rest of that color through. And then we'll see what the heck it looks like. Then I'm going to clean this off and move it through. Okay. Oh, yes, right, Roberta. I do that too. I also like to dry emboss with stencils. So you can see how you get that nice, look at this. Look at how pretty that is, huh? So pretty. Yeah, green football field, yeah. And that's another thing about the school colors. Like you can imagine if you had green and white, or you had, you obviously use gray, or you had green and gold, or, any of the colors, it's nice. This is a great stencil to use. It's nice and graphic. It goes so well with something like this. And even if we were to put this here, and now we're putting those on, so you can see where that starts to get really nice in there. So that's what we're going to do. All right, I'm looking for my cloth. Here it is. All right, I'm going to take the green off of this. And I actually want to go ahead, and I'm going to go with, I think I want to put in some gold. I'm going to go a little enchanted gold today. I'm feeling it. Feeling the gold, enchanted gold. See if I can find it. Here it is. All right. Love this pigment ink. It is gorgeous. And I just want to give this a little bit of a shimmer and a shine. All right. So what I do when I'm going to use this stencil is I go back to where the heck I was, wherever that was. Here we go. Is this it? Now I got to find this again. Oh, God. This is going to be painful. Oh. I don't know which side I used. It's close enough, right, guys? Oh. Usually what I do is I go back to where I started with it, and then I find it, and then I just shift it. And that's all you have to do with this. And you can see I could even do it now because I can't line it back up again for some reason because I don't know which side I used. Should have made a note of that. That's okay. I know it was straight up and down. No, that's all right. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift this over, and I'm just looking for the green to not be there. And if it happens to line up a little bit, that's okay. But I am going to shift it over. I'm going to try to preserve that middle part just so it's there. There we go. That looks pretty Let's do this one, and that's a shift. Okay, let's do this. I know I'm a little bit on some greens, but I'm just going to shift it that way. All right, so now I'm going to grab another mini blending tool. By the way, if you don't have the enchanted gold, something like vanilla cream to me looks like gold. So I use that a lot as well, but this gold is super great. And I do put this on. It's not a super great blender because it is a little bit thicker because it's a pigment ink, but it's the shine on it. And I'm sorry you guys are in the TV viewing audience at home or wherever you are, but the shine on this is so gorgeous. And so you can imagine if you have a school that's like green and gold, this is such a neat one to do. And I'm using this because my pretend school has maroon and blue and yellow. But I wanted to add the green in because I thought the green was a nice neutral to put in just for something a little bit different. All right, so I'm just going to add, now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just putting that gold in. And again, I'm okay that it's overlapping some of the green, but I do want to make sure that my gold stays where I want it to. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to be putting it up. Oh, yes, you do, Carrie. This one, I know it's one of those stencils that you look at and you're like, I don't know, like what the heck is it going to do? But when you start to like just twist it and layer it up on top of itself, how cool is that? Right? How cool is that? And you can even see, like I could do red, like red would look so cool here, or blue, I could do blue and that would be really neat. And you can start to really see how this starts to burst on you. And all you're doing is just shifting that stencil over, but there's still room for that to happen. I love to do this like in rainbow. That's a super fun thing to do with the Warp Speed stencil. But this one's definitely like will always be on my list kind of a stencil. And it's, it's a simple one, but just by doing these little kinds of things, I love that about it because you can really just start to shift it. All right, so I'm going to go back to what I had pulled. And let's see, I may or may not add one more layer. Let's see. But this is what I kind of wanted to do. I think I need a blue in there. I think I'm going to go with blue. I think I'm going to put a blue in. I think I want to do that. Oh, yeah, that's cute, right? How cute. All right, I'm going to add a blue in because this is looking a little weird. So I'm going to bring my stencil back and I'm going to pull, right, Sue? So grab this. If you have it, if you're like, oh, that's in my stash, but I haven't pulled it out, go pull it out, okay? Play with it. Do something with it. This would be great with paste, anything at all that you have. But I love to use it with some different kinds of colors. All right, so again, I'm just kind of shushing this and just zhuzhing this to get it to be in a place where I can see mostly white. And I'm just trying my best to get it where it's mostly white. All right, I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm right there. Okay, so let me grab some. I'm going to grab that some navy. That's not navy. That's purple. And that's green. All right, I think this is navy. You know what? It is now. This now will forever be navy. Oh my gosh. Right, fireworks. I have done that, Tracy. I've actually done this with embossing powder, which took a long time, but it was great. And Roberta, who said that this is stunning green, Amy Tangerine came out with a set of inks that are like, if you love like vibrant, saturated inks, they are awesome. They are really, really awesome. And so check out the Amy Tangerine collection. In fact, do I have any other ones over here? I do use them. Oh, here's Be Grateful. See how bright that is? So she really came out with these nice saturated, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous inks. And I don't reach for them enough, and I should, but I love them because they're just bright. They're really nice. And that was a little bit ago, but they're really, really nice to use. Okay, so you can see, got this gorgeous navy. And I'm just taking this and I'm just rolling it through. So same thing again, just getting that color down. And this is my other favorite set. This is the Deco Garden. Love this set. Such a pretty, pretty one. Let's see. Yeah. Embossing power fireworks, Tracy, right? Like you can see it with pink and with blue, green, the fluorescent green on this. Oh, it's gorgeous with some gold and some silver, copper. the peach. Oh, beautiful. It does take time though, and your paper does get a little nuts, but it's so nice. Okay. And you can see how this can really just tie in. And I'm just using the same stencil. It's not like anything crazy. All right. Love this navy. Okay, just pop that off. And it's like, what? All right. So now we can start. Whoa, there we go. There we go. See that? How cool is that, right? So now it's really starting to pop off the page. And you can see how it's nice and dark. And then it starts to just fade out, which is what I was looking for. All right. So now let's kind of match this up. Now we're looking kind of cool, right? How cool is that? So I'm going to back this and we're going to see how this goes. And I might want to do one other thing, but I'm going to clean off my stencil just in case. All right. So a couple of things. We are talking graduation cards today. And I am using the This Is Your Day stamp and die set, which has these cool typography stamps and dies. Love them. And it's 50% off today. So you got to grab it. It is your time. This is your day to grab this set. All right. So I love this. So cool. Oh, so cool. All right. So just to show you something else, now I could take this and I could, like I said, roll this through a an embossing folder, which I think would be cool. But you can even do something like that, which I think I may actually like better because that's a little bit more solid. But I do like this because it allows you to see like all of that stuff and all that color coming through. Okay. And it looks like it's also bursting, right? Because it's kind of coming through. All right, let's put this together. So I'm going to grab some glue and we are going to put this together. And I got to say, Angelica, I did a card. Look at that. I'm actually doing this and putting it all together. I think I can very, very quickly do my other one or show you guys what I was going to do because I have another set that I was like, what could I use for graduation? And the other one that I pulled was called Way to Go. And I apologize, I don't have the packaging for it, but Angelica can put the link up. And this one's cool. So this is a layering die sentiment called Way to Go. And it says, congrats and you rock. And it's a really nice big, like you can see how big that is. And that also would look really cool here because you can see how that is. Look at this. Look at how cool that is if you were to put that in there. Neat, right? All right, so let's put this one together and then I'll show you a simple card with this guy here. All right, so I was doing this. So I'm just going to back this with just, I had like an extra little guy here. This is one of the things that if you have paper, like the paper that already has, glue on it, you can do that. And then you don't have to sit here and add all of this glue. And I'm so excited because I know it's coming, even though it's not in June, but the Altenew is coming out with like a new glue that has this like needle applicator. We've seen some sneak peeks and there might be some of our leadership team that are using it. So keep in mind, because I cannot wait for something like that to come out. All right, so I'm just backing this because I want to give it a little bit of a heft. Now, if you wanted to, I could take this and shift it, which I think would be kind of cool, but I am just going to go ahead and put this right on top of each other. And how I do that is I line up those little boxes. That's the easiest way, is to line up these little boxes first that are inside of this inner circle. And then I just go ahead and shove this on. And if you wanted to, like I said, you could kind of offset these little pieces and then it would look like it was kind of glowing, but I'm just going to try and do my best to put them right down where they are. And this is just giving it a little bit of heft. And I'm only putting one layer on this backing. And that's because I'm actually going to use 2 layers for the sentiment. So the sentiment's going to be 3 die cuts together. And this is just 2 that I'm putting on. But again, I like it. I usually will do this because it gives it a little bit of heft to it. Just so I know it's going to stay right where I want it to. All right. Okay. It's kind of coming in. I need a little glue, but we'll move on. Okay. So there's my little guy here. Ooh, so cool. And I'm going to offset him just slightly. And now I'm going to put my You Can Do It in. All right. So I wanted to check and see because I just was looking down. So if you had a comment and I missed your comment, you can go ahead and put it back in because I was so busy looking down trying to put my mid-century die together. All right. I know I did a third one. Where is my third one? Oh, here it is. Found it. All right. And again, we're talking graduation cards today. So I saw some of you have some amazing, amazing people who are graduating. And I'm excited. We'd love to, if you end up making a card for them with some Altenew products, please show us in the fan group. We'd love to see what you do. And again, because you put that up, it inspires other people. And that's really what we do. That's what this community is about, is really about inspiring each other. So, oh my gosh, right, Carrie? Like, that's what I mean. Like these two is, these two, I love putting them together. All right. All right, here we go. And so now when we do that, we can start these together. All right. And because I use that maroon, I kind of like it. I probably should have used green, but because I had that maroon, it kind of like balances this piece out. And if you're like, Amy, like, I don't love how this kind of like, you can grab and just put some tape just on that where it's going to match up. And then on this side, we can add some instant dimension foam tape, which I think may have disappeared. Oh yeah, it's over there. Because I was helping my kids do a project, Don't Tell Their Teacher, and I may have used quite a few Altenew products. One being like, I got to tell you, the sticky tape, it is super fabulous when you're making a poster, okay? The Altenew tape, this stuff, use this when you're making your kids' poster because this stuff does not move. It is awesome. I told that to the kids. I'm like, make sure this is where you want it to go because it ain't moving from here. All right. So how cute is this? How cool. I'm going to try and put this little guy down really quick. Probably going to, here we go. So I'm just putting some little dabs of glue. And like I said, if you have the, if you have paper already with the sticky on the back, this makes this process just a little bit easier instead of trying to glue every single little section. But we'll just kind of place it down. Ish. All right, again, I'm offsetting that. And I'm just going to put that guy down. And then this guy, like I said, if I had some instant dimension foam tape, I would put a little bit on either side and then just some glue where it's going to hit the die. And then that's going to be perfect. So how cute is this? And again, it's a nice little card. There is a sub-sentiment if you wanted to use it, but I love that. And then it's that nice, bright, like poof kind of thing. All right, I got 2 minutes. I'm going to show you guys one thing. I think Angelica's okay. Right, Angelica? We're okay with this? Sure, Amy. We can totally go over. You don't mind? I'm going to just cut these two out. I really think that this is so stinking cool. I just want to show you what this looks like because I apologize. I don't have the I do not have the packaging. So I just want to show you what Way to Go looks like. So I love it on the shadow. So I'm going to make the shadow out of black. And just because I have it here, I'm going to grab the gold just so you can see it. But what I would do is I would actually use my pattern paper and, my stencil. And I can create a pattern and use that to cut this out. And then I can get that Way to Go in the color that I want. But I'm just going to use gold for right now because I am running out of time. All right, but so fun. Oh, not a problem. Oh, that's too bad. Oh my gosh. Yes, Roberta. Yay. All right, Roberta, you got to tell us what are you going to grab? You need to know. All right, so that's just out of black. And then I have a gold piece that I was going to use. I'm just going to shove this. And then this is actually, I'm going to throw that guy in and I'll show you what this looks like. And so if you have this gold, like if you have a school that is blue and gold, or some of you guys had said that you had like maroon or black and gold. Oh my gosh, this would be so cool for that kind of a school, right? But you can imagine it in all other kinds of colors. So when you have this Way to Go, how cute, how cool is this? And it all comes together. Look, you're not even separate, like it's all together. So when you put this on the shadow, how cool is that? And I'll put this on white so you guys can see it. How neat is that? So it's kind of nice. And that's what I like too, is like, again, these kinds of things. All right. So we were talking about the graduation cards, and the set that we were talking about today was the This Is Your Day set. And again, if you grab it for today, it's on 50% off. If not, hey, you know what? It's there. Put that on your wish list. And we got a little card using our Warp Speed stencil, using colors that are inspired from our graduate school, and pairing it up with some die cuts. And this was been my other option, is to use something like Way to Go. So you can kind of see this. I'll throw this on here so you can take a look. And how cool is that? Even just that on there. Actually, I think I like that better with this, right? So neat. So there we are. Oh my gosh, graduation caps, adorable. All right, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Angelica, for being behind the badge today, and for you for being a fabulous audience. And thank you for taking some time out of your day and letting Altenew craft your life. So excited that you are here today, and we hope to see you soon. All right, bye, everybody.